Survivors of image-based sexual abuse online say it's soul-destroying and humiliating. Tonight we can reveal so-called revenge porn is rising in the UK. Police records seen by this programme show a significant increase in the number of women and girls reporting explicit images of them being shared online without their consent. Ruby will never forget clicking on a website when she was 17, discovering intimate images of her being shared. At the time, it completely crushed her confidence.
I'm just wondering, what kind of effect has all of this had on you?
So I'd consider myself quite a confident person. I'm a teacher, so I'm used to kind of public speaking and being in front of students and imparting knowledge or whatever. But actually, immediately after discovering this, I felt quite paranoid. It did stop me a couple of times when I was out. If I was going to the post office and there's maybe like a group of men, maybe in their early 20s, I was a little bit cautious, and in the back of my head I was thinking, I bet they've seen the website. So yeah, it started to infiltrate my thoughts a little bit.
Channel 4 News submitted Freedom of Information requests to 45 UK police forces. Of the 34 that responded, nearly 19,000 reported incidents of so-called revenge porn were recorded between January 2018 and August 2021. Of those, more than 4,500 involved a partner or former partner, but just 4% of those reports to police led to a summons or charge. Some of the alleged perpetrators were as young as 9.
We're seeing younger victims with younger perpetrators. We're seeing collecting behaviour, trading behaviour, where victim and perpetrator don't necessarily know each other. We're seeing manipulated images proliferating where the content is completely fake. But it's all causing harm, and that's where we need to start seeing some redress and support for victims.
But here's the thing. While a new law was brought in 2015 in England and Wales to tackle intimate abuse, campaigners say that legislation currently lags behind the technology. Essentially, perpetrators have become much more sophisticated, and that original definition in law of intimate abuse is way too narrow. It leaves many loopholes.
The law as it stands has a specific requirement that is an intention to cause distress on behalf of the perpetrator. And while that captures a lot of behaviours, by no means all. We're seeing a real rise in content being shared for the sake of sharing that content, collecting and trading that content. And for those perpetrators, they just need to say that they didn't want to upset her, they didn't particularly want her to know. And it removes that intention, which means there's no justice for that victim.
While the government's draft online safety bill was criticised by a group of MPs for not being clear or robust enough to tackle illegal and harmful content online.
The bottom line is we should be safe to live our lives how we want to. And yes, you need to consider online safety, but this is exploitation and this is abuse because it's targeted, and that's what needs to stop.
Survivors say the current law is simply out of date, leaving abusers off the hook and many women feeling like they have nowhere left to turn.